Hello everyone, I'm your host boss, Zombie. Welcome back to West of Loathing. Boy, that last episode really freaked out. Everything is... Just looking at the files from last recording, the audio changed at one point, the capture broke. I'll have to see how much fixing that needs. Alright, lady, I don't know what I learned, but I learned that he escaped. Question for you. I found a newspaper article. The guy scheduled to be executed the day of the eclipse escaped, and one of them was never caught. Which one? Well, didn't say, did it? Nope, damn it. And executed criminals aren't given gravestones with their names on them, so you can't just go looking around Frisco Cemetery to find out. Listen, Haas, I really appreciate what you're trying to do, but at this point, you would have to actually find McCready himself to prove he wasn't executed due to my failure. Guess that's what I'll do then. How would I... Any idea where I should start looking? Your guess is as good as mine. I have to imagine he got as far as the heck away from Frisco as he could, though. If he's the one that escaped. I don't know what that means. Go back to the coach. Oh, you can just... Oh, neat. Well, as far away from Frisco would be like this side of the map, unless she's not being literal. What am I? I'm stumped at this point. What do I do? Oh, this is Gun Manor. Gun Manor Art Gallery. Total Eclipse. Okay, here it is. Says art evidence again. And you will be able to talk to the postman in Dirtwater? What? Trying to find a guy named McCready. There's a possibility he might have passed through here about 17 years ago. Passed through? We don't stamp passports here. Yeah, If he stayed for a while, he might have a forwarding address. Can you check? Alright, them books could use a dusting anyway. One sec. She pulls some big ledgers out of her desk. How would I have known to do this? And blows a huge cloud of dust into the air and then starts leafing through them. 17 years. Round about 78 then? 76, 77, 78. Marin, Mabelson, McMurphy, McCready. Got a Matt McCready. That one? That's him. No forwarding address, but you could ask at his old place just out to the northwest of here. Let me see your map. Yeah, looks like you already got it here. Desert House. That's the one. Isn't that where there was a bandit gang? Dog has wandered off to search for some better masters. This was the house gang, wasn't it? Oh! M. McCready, 1846, 1887, stuck to his guns. Dig up the grave. You dig until your shovel hits a wooden coffin and haul the lid open. The skeleton blinks at you. Well, it doesn't, but anyway. Howdy? Howdy, are you Guilty McCready? Well, now, I ain't heard that name in... What year is it? 1895. 17 years. No, I tell a lie. There was that one time 8 years ago. The same McCready that escaped the gallows during the eclipse? Well, now, since the statute of limitations is expired, I might as well fess up. Yep, that was me. Real sweet plan, too. Apart from that one little hitch, it went off smooth as silk. Even worked in a little misdirection to leave the law to the other two fellas instead of me. Serves them right, too. They was real murderers, not like me. I never killed a man except in a fair fight. Except for that one little hitch you mentioned. You miscalculated how long to delay the trial? So in order not to miss the eclipse, you called for tribal combat. Yep, that's the truth of it. You're blaming me for Miss Wainwright's death, I suppose. Why didn't you just trust her? She would have gotten you declared innocent. She had a real good head on her shoulders, sure, but so did that prosecutor fella. I didn't rate the odds better than 50-50. Not good enough. But anyway, the tribal combat part was her job. She should have been ready. That stinks. She trusted you. She's a ghost now because she feels guilty about losing that trial. I've spent ages trying to convince her that you weren't innocent, and she backed you every step of the way despite the fact that you got her killed. And you don't even care? Hell, you bite your tongue, Sonny. You don't even know me. Don't care. I did what I felt I had to stay alive. And I felt damn guilty about what happened to Miss Wainwright. But I ain't taking all the blame for it. No, sir. She'll tell you herself she should have been better prepared. Just like she told me that day, apologizing with her last breath. I gave up gunfighting for her. Gave up the only thing I lived for. That's how I felt about it. You gave up gunfighting? Weren't easy, but I did. Bought this house, bought this land, raised some chickens, and had a little vegetable garden. Place has gone to hell since I died. That's a shame. Anyway, I never fired my pistol again. Not even at a damn fence post. That's not what it says in your grave. Oh, read it again. That's the fellow who killed me having a little ironic joke, I reckon. Someone killed you? You're only the second person to track me down. First one was 9 years ago after the trial, or 9 years after the trial. Vic Timsbury's brother, hunting for revenge. What happened? He challenged me to a duel, and I told him I ain't doing that no more. He asked again, and I said no. And he hollered at me, and I took my pistol out of the closet and threw it at his feet so he could see how the cylinder was all rusted shut. And then he cocked his gun and asked me one last time, and I said no, and last thing I remember is the bang. Jeez. Kinda him to bury me, though. Guess he weren't all bad. Do you want to see Felicity again? I could take you to her ghost. Nah, I reckon I'll just go back to sleep. Ain't right, dead fella walking around. Just tell her sorry for me, alright? Here, you can give her my pocket watch. She'll recognize it. McCready's pocket watch. Alright, bye, McCready. So long, fella. He closed the coffin and filled the hole back in. So what does his grave actually say? Oh, stuck to his guns. Oh. He stuck to his guns in that he didn't duel ever again. Oh, nice. An unrefined meat nugget. Oh, thanks, Pete. I don't need that anymore, but thank you. How would you... I mean, I got most of the way there, but how would you have gotten the part where you have to talk to the post office person? That's not the door. Also, how do I deal with the librarian? Because that's another one that I'm still stumped on. Actually, Florence, how many ghosts do we have left? 6 left. 1 left on the first floor, 3 left on the second. Oh, right, Right. Thanks, I'll talk to you later. The guy in the pantry, or the larder. I hope we're almost done with this bit. Got a question for you. Are you ready for this? What now? I found McCready's grave. He wasn't executed. You're 100% certain it was him, not some other man named McCready? It was him. Here, he gave me this watch to give you. She turns the watch around in her hands for a while, just looking at it without saying anything. Then she slowly winds it and listens to as it chimes the hour. Yes, it's his watch, all right. Thank you. Wait, you said he gave it to you? He's alive? Not exactly. He's a skeleton. We talked for a while, and then he asked me to bury him against to go back to sleep. What did he say? He confirmed our guesses. He knew about the eclipse in advance and solved the trial for his escape plan. But stalled it too long and decided to hedge his bet by calling for the trial by combat. I see. He gave up gunfighting. He what? He bought a little house and raised chickens. Never fired his pistol again. In fact, he left it to rust. 9 years later, Timsbury's brother caught up to him and challenged him to a revenge match. McCready refused repeatedly, so the guy shot him. He said to tell you he was sorry. Ooh. She looks at you silently for a moment, then looks at the watch. She winds the hands back a minute and listens as it chimes again. She sighs and shakes her head and smiles at you. Thank you, Hoss. You'd make a damn fine attorney. She takes your hand and fades from view as she does so, leaving her attorney's badge in your hand. Rest in peace, counselor. Ooh. Oof, that was a big one. What does that badge do? Oh. That's a lapel, right? Well, I have the smiley, which is, what, 15s? I think that's better than... Wait, is it not a lapel? Oh, it is. I was trying to figure out whether it's better to have mysticality or spell damage, but mysticality increases your spell defense too, and it seems to be 1-to-1 for spell damage. So I think 15 mysticality is better than 17 spell damage, but it's close. Hey Paul, how's it going? Shh, is the ghost still there? No, I took care of her. Oh, ahem. Oh, thank God. I've got to go wash this flower off and get back to work. But first, he starts frantically stretching every part of his body. Man, it feels like I've been saving up these itches for days. I was about to go crazy. Thanks, Hoss. You're a lifesaver. No problemo. Come see me at the visitor center. I'll hook you up with a souvenir photograph. Maybe I need that for our gentleman ghost. So there's 5 ghosts left. There's that guy. There's library lady. Delicious paste. I don't know how to deal with her, so I won't yet. Although this now maybe I can deal with the photograph I needed. Thanks again for your help. What an ordeal. No problem. How's the itching? More or less better. I mean, hygiene is what it is in this day and age, you know? You're not. Would you like a souvenir photograph? Only 200 meat. I'll take one. Wait a second. This is a photograph of the house. Yep, an official Gun Manor souvenir photo. Would you take a picture of me then? Oh, that's just for our records. Okay. No, I want to... Did I look at the candy or look at snacks? I think I looked at snacks. Look at the photo guys creeping into the shot. Fire-flavored candy stick. Mysticality and max AP. Moxie and speed. Oh, neat. I think that looks like everything's manned now. Maybe we've got all the employees. Okay, let's go. Maybe that photograph is good enough to give to our larder ghost. Kitchen. Wait. Florence, maybe you can give me a hint. 1 for this floor, 2 left on the second, 2 on the third. Where do I find his photo? I don't know what else I still need to look at. I would assume it's... I would assume whatever I need from him is connected to something I've just finished. She said there's still 2 ghosts on the second floor, though. What am I missing? I know I need to take care of the librarian. I don't know how. Gallery's still in the progress. Oh, the guy with the exploding cigar. I can do that. I think. I think this is what you're looking for. That's an exploding cigar? Yep, sometimes a cigar is just a cigar, but not this time. What'd you use for the explosive? I found a really small firecracker, just big enough to blow up the cigar without also blowing up someone's face. Also without the, violent lead projectile. You're a genius! Please let me see it in action so I can finally rest. Light it up. Oh, cool. Okay. So that means 4 ghosts. Librarian. 2 on the third. 2 on the third. I looked at all these paintings, right? Well, hold on. Let's go through here. Like, there weren't any paintings in any of the rooms, right? Okay. Then the 3rd floor. Wait. Actually, do I need to, like, investigate the photo of Gun Manor that they gave me? No. Oh, the musician guy on the third floor. Third floor. Where was he? He was in the end hall? Yeah. Let's see if I can think of a way to help. Oh, the lullaby. It's kind of creepy. I like that they made a custom little animation just for this, though. Oh, that was neat. He just, like, faded away. Well, now, that was nice. There's still another ghost on this floor? Ugh, it's playing that music in here. Oh, I did not notice the creepy doll before. Ugh. Wait, there might be a portal in a magical fantasy realm in the back or something. I mean, you never know. Well, you don't find any magical portals. Darn, but you do find a diary. You flip through it, but there's nothing of particular interest except an entry about how the author was excited to leave her sleepaway camp the next day with her sisters, and how she was thankful to someone called Uncle Chet for getting the tickets, since it was looming around the manor ever since her father went missing. Uncle Chet, you say? Okay, so we're thorough through there, thorough through the music room. Still can't go to Mrs. Gunn. Did I miss something in Mr. Gunn's place? What is that note? Oh, there's a trapdoor in the ceiling there. Yeah, there's like a spooky sound in here I didn't notice before. Weird. I need to figure out a way to climb up. Oh, he's making the noise. I thought the guy, the hunter, whatever guy, was the one humming before. So this is just the bowling balls. Yeah. Okay, so there's something I'm missing somewhere, obviously. Let's go back to the first floor. The dining room. Horrifying. Are these all empty? Yeah, okay. This room is done. Kitchen. I mean, it really looks like I should just take that photo there. Wait, why does it... He does a moment, he like pauses to look at this. Rat and sit. Rat and sit. Why does he, like, my character stops moving for a second in there. Right there. Rat and sit. In the cellar, we're thorough. Okay, you know what? It's gonna bug me, and I only have, what, 3 ghosts left? Okay, we'll do Gun Manor. No, not the second floor. I want the first floor. The larder. Okay, how do I deal with him? After talking to him... Okay, where... I have to retrieve the photo of the artist. Gun Cellar Manor. Oh. Oh. That's right. Where was that? There was a room full of photos. Or like a... Oh, wait, there it is. Right there. There's a box of photos right there. This is what I needed. Photo of the artist. That's it. Okay, that was an easy mistake to make. It's good I looked it up or I would have never found that, even though it's so obvious. That's an easy one. On an old photo, largest dagger type. Ah, marvelous. What a resemblance. Yep, It's pretty decent pick. Good thing light travels faster than bullets. Now my image will not be lost as ravages of time. Merci beaucoup, my friend. He hangs the photo in the window and dissipates into nothing. Oh. Ooh. Tuh. Nice photo. Alright, and then... what do I do about the librarian? I mean, really, what else is there to do with her? Do I need, like, maybe if I look up, like, the word whisper? No. What do I do about you, ma'am? I'm gonna look up her too, because I'll just be here forever. Okay. That would be the library on the second floor. Librarian. Oh, there's a puzzle here. A bit of newspapers. Poach. Ghost. Angry librarian. Offering her a silencer. Oh. Okay. That one I would not have gotten. There was also a neat puzzle in that room. So do I have to equip the silencer or just show it to her? Make a silencer. You drill a hole in each end of the can and carefully remove the beans. Then you soak the stuffing in a vat of acoustic dampening chemicals and carefully jam it into the can. Voila, a silencer. Actually, maybe I don't even apply that to my gun. Nope, silent your pistol. What does that do, though? Maybe I can just show it to her without without actually using it and wasting it. Well, then again, I don't know, maybe... well, you'd think a place like this, you get a good gun at some point. Okay. I invented this, a silencer. How many times did I tell you? I invented this thing that makes guns really quiet. Oh, how marvelous. Finally, I can rest in peace, knowing that libraries will be safe from the noise of gunfire. It is only in an atmosphere of quiet that true joy dare live. Bertrand Russell. And with that, she dissipates in nothing. He isn't famous yet. Okay, there is a puzzle to this, though. That I don't know how you would find, but... oh, well, first of all, there's something I can do here. Look up boo in the dictionary. Weird, there's an entry for that word, but no definition. It's just a picture of... oh, no. A picture of what? It's a picture of you! Ah! Okay. And then you punch in course? How would you know this one? Great work, only 5 more to solve. What? Hawker. Good, I looked this up for the lady. I would have missed. Market. $11. These are so random. To pay. And wetter. Correct yourself them all. Save 1. And now you type in Carver. The dictionary has been waiting so long for someone to turn to this page. The natural geological processes within the book have caused the pages to compress into a dense and very sharp material. You chip out a piece and fashion it into a makeshift knife. You got an item in the Carver. Congrats on a job well done. Also, you can type in this. And get a key, which I already had, I think, or access to anyways. What's the carver? 10 physicality, 10 spell damage, and 1 max 8. Is that just a better version of the thing I'm already holding? Wait. 10 spell damage, 10 physicality. It is just a better version. It has more AP as well. Okay, I'll sharpen it. Where was the thing? Good thing I bought so many of these. Sharpening strop. You sharpen your carver. So how much damage does it do now? 2226. Neat! It's good I didn't go and silver plate the other thing. So wait, that leaves one ghost, right? According to the instruments, there's only one ghost left in the manor, and it's in the, let's see, the 3rd floor. Is Mrs. Gunn a ghost? Because we've looked at everything else. Knock knock, yes, it's Haas and Florence, ma'am, the ghost hunters. Florence and Haas, whatever. I do feel significantly less haunted. Did you get rid of all the ghosts? We sure did, ma'am. Oh, hold on, let me just close this. Actually, my scanner says it's still 1. Shh, yes, ma'am, all ghosts accounted for. Well, that's splendid. Come right in, on in. She is a ghost. Hello, Mrs. Gunn. Hello, Haas, was it? Thank you so much for getting rid of all those ghosts for me. Yeah, about that. Turns out there's one left. Oh, dear. Well, I need you to take care of it before I can pay you. Mrs. Gunn, I've got some bad news for you. Oh, what's that? It's you. You're a ghost, ma'am. Well, I'll be. When did that happen, I wonder? My condolences. Why, thank you. You're very kind. You know, this does explain some things. Like what? Well, I haven't had any appetite for months. Nearly a year, in fact. They keep sending food up from the kitchen to the dumbwaiter, but I've just been dropping it out the window and sending the empty plates back so the chef won't have her feelings hurt. It's also the fact that you're, well, translucent. Yes, I thought it was just cataracts. Mrs. Gunn, this prompts a question, you know. Oh, what's that? Why are you a ghost? Well, I'm sure I don't know. You're the expert. Perhaps you can tell me. Ahem. Actually, that's me. I'm the expert. Do you have some kind of unfinished business? Something that's tying you to this place? Well, now that you mention it, yes, I suppose I do. Do you mind telling me about it? My entire family disappeared a few years ago. My husband and 3 daughters. Oh yeah, I heard about that. I'm sorry for your loss. The sheriff suspected they'd been kidnapped for ransom, but no one ever made any demands. They just vanished. I never found out what happened. I always thought they were taken away by ghosts. Why'd you think that? I've always felt guilty about how many people they have been killed by my invention. The belt buckle? The gun. Oh, right. I used to worry that their ghosts would come back to haunt me. When I built this house, I had an electrical anti-ghost field installed in the walls of this room so they couldn't get in. No way, awesome. Wait, doesn't that affect you? Well, I'm sure it would if I attempted to walk through a wall, but it never occurred to me to try. Aha. After then the girls disappeared, I became so sure that ghosts had gotten them that I locked myself in here. After donating the rest of the house to the Historical Society so that there'd be someone to look after the place. Now I feel rather silly about the whole thing. Silly? I mean, ghosts do exist, obviously. Well, yes, but now that I'm a ghost myself, I can sense the presence of other ghosts, and they only just arrived in this house yesterday, the day before. That was when I called for an exterminator. You know, I didn't even question how I knew they were here. But I don't think there have been any ghosts here before then. Huh. Why did they all show up yesterday? I couldn't say. They all seemed very angry and confused, but since they couldn't get in here, they gave up and started just wandering around the house. They gave up quite easily, actually. Maybe because you're already a ghost yourself. Well, Mrs. Gunn, what are you going to do with you? What do you mean? You did contract me for 13 ghosts, ma'am. You're the 13th. Oh, yes. Obviously, I could simply renegotiate the number with you, but perhaps you should go ahead and exorcise me or whatever you do. I'd rather find a more peaceful solution. What do you mean? Well, we can also release you from your ghostitude by solving the problem that's keeping you here. In your case, I guess that means finding out what happened to your family. Oh, well, I would be grateful if you could. I assume they're dead, and to be honest, I think I've gotten used to that fact. But I surely would like to know what actually happened. See what I can do. Oh, game! Okay. Turn off that. Give me this. Attic opening stick. Ooh. I have a feeling that's related to finding out what's happened to her. One of those sticks used to open a trapdoor you can't reach by hand. You'd think there'd be a punchy name for this, but you'd be wrong. All these books are about gun parts such as extractor rods, cylinder rods, and electrolytic capacitors. Get a mirror. Ooh. You take a long, hard look at yourself in the mirror and think about the things you've done. A lot of those things were pretty cool. Well, I'll be swoggled. She was a ghost all along. You have much experience with ghost speak? Nope. Folks talk about haunting minds and all, but, well, that ain't ghosts. Oh. Okay, let's go to that attic. Interesting. The attic actually would be basically right above her, too. Oh. Sir? Dresser is now dressed as a ghost. More boxes covering up furniture. Boxes of old hats. Their old hat. Hey, who the heck are you? I'm Zombie, but since I'm not the guy who's apparently hiding out in Mrs. Gunn's attic, I feel like you ought to be the one answering that question. Who am I? Well, that's just freaking typical. I'm Chet Bullet, damn it. Am I supposed to have heard of that name before? Yes, you damn well should have. Mrs. Gunn's invention would be nothing without mine. Wait, let me guess. You invented the bullet? Phew, I thought for sure you were going to say the belt buckle again. Oh shoot, now I'm going to change my guess. You're damn right I invented the bullet. Well, I was her assistant, so did I get any credit? Hell no. Sounds like you got an axe to grind? Not for much longer. Oh jeez. Yeah, it looks like we found the bad guy. Okay, Chet, go ahead and tell us all the details of your whole nefarious plan. I don't care much for your tone. Why should I tell you anything? Well, I could just set you on fire with my mind, but I prefer words to incoherent screaming. Well, it's too late for you to stop me anyway, so I suppose it wouldn't hurt to tell you. Certainly not as much as not telling me would. When Mrs. Gunn dies, control of the company and patents passes to me. I'm no murderer, mind you. I like to keep my hands clean. But I figure there might be some other people who'd have a bone to pick with her, considering their manner of death. You summoned all the ghosts? That's right. All it took was some basic seance equipment wired up to the house's belfry for amplification. Snap for a mechanical genius like me. But seance gear summons ghosts related to the summoner. That's the whole point of a medium. A person who knows how to direct the summoning on someone else's behalf. So you get to talk to your own grandma instead of the summoners. You don't seem like the medium type to me, more like a small. But it does explain something I've been wondering about. Oh? It didn't make any sense for all the ghosts here to be haunting Mrs. Gunn, because some of them weren't killed by guns, but they were all killed by bullets. Naturally, I anticipated there'd be a couple of those. That's why I rigged this room with an anti-ghost field, which I cleverly boosted so that ghosts couldn't even sense me up here. So your plan was to summon a bunch of angry ghosts, who would initially be looking for you, but would haunt Mrs. Gunn instead when they couldn't find you. Correct. And once they've haunted her to death, Gunn Industries will be all mine. Well, I hate to be the bearer of good news, but Mrs. Gunn is dead. On the bright side, she's been dead for a year, so you pretty much wasted your time. What, really? I'm rich. Now I just need to get out of here without all those ghosts spotting me. Yeah, the ghosts are gone too. So you're pretty much in the clear. Wonderful. The anti-ghost field is pretty effective, but it was starting to make the back part of my brain itch. He flips a switch on an electrical device, and you suddenly become aware of the absence of an extremely low frequency hum right on the edge of your hearing. Don't run off. Just something else I want to ask you about. Ask away. What happened to Mrs. Gunn family? Oh, them. They've been out of the picture for years. I heard a rumor Dan got killed by desperados and buried in a shallow grave out in the backside of nowhere. But of course I wouldn't actually know anything about that. Lucky for me, since I wouldn't have inherited the company with him around. Or their daughters. You son of a... Relax. The girls are fine. I'm not a monster. I'm pretty sure you're a monster. There's a weird little island kingdom somewhere on the other side of the ocean. Apparently it's stuck in some kind of bizarre temporal field that keeps nearly anyone from entering or leaving. Can't even find the place if you don't know how. Fortunately, I knew a guy who knows how, so I gave the girls 3 free tickets to Sleepaway Camp. Wasn't that nice of me? You're an absolute bastard. Oh, that hurts my feelings. Fortunately, I'm about to have a whole lot of money to console myself with. Why, you... Hold on. We should talk to Mrs. Gunn first before we tear this ass a new hole. Huh. I thought you said she was dead. Depending on what she says, you might be too. What else you got in here? Ooh. Well, look, got some really big bells hanging above you. This house is the biggest bells of them all. Ooh. Looks like maybe it operates the larger bells hanging above you. Sure. Ring the bells? Oh. Well, that's nice. It's a pretty good bell. Nice clear tones. Okay, so that needs something. Florence, I got sciencey stuff. Beta Blast. Look at this. It's one of the new Eldritch vacuum batteries Magimech Tech is making. I didn't even think they were available in this region yet. Florence shoves one of the science doohies you gave her into her weird backpack. Gun damage increased. Pete? You gonna let that snake-belly varmint get away with what he done? No, some kind of justice is definitely called for. Kinda shame he dispelled all them ghosts. I reckon they'd have a thing or two to say that weasel. Oh, can I summon the ghosts back if I use that code? I need to find the code. Maybe Mrs. Gunn can tell me? Hello, Mrs. Gunn. I have good news and bad news. Go on. Chet Bullitt had your husband killed and your daughters kidnapped, so he'd be the sole inheritor of your company when you died. He's also the reason all the ghosts were here. That son of a... I should have suspected something when he suddenly started being so ingratiating back then. And when he wrote off desperados in his expense account. I ran him out of my will, but I suppose it's too late. That's rather galling. What's the good news? He says... Your daughters are safe. They're just on a magical island somewhere that nobody can get to? That's not exactly comforting, but at this point I'll take it. Plainly, if he'd wanted to kill them, he would have just done so. Wait, you spoke to him personally? Ooh. Yeah, he didn't know you were already dead, so he's been hiding in your attic for the last couple days, waiting for the ghost to kill you. What do you want me to do with him? I'll leave it up to you. I'm not in any state to make any reasoned judgment. In any case, you've answered my question. I can feel myself moving on already. Thank you for all your help. With a sad wave, Mrs. Gunn fades from view. Then, almost as an afterthought, the lock on her desk drawer pops open. Inside, you find a check written out to Cunningham Ghost Annihilation Services, which Flo snagged with a cha-ching and a blueprint. What's the blueprint? Is that a really good gun? Okay, we'll go to the basement and sort that out, but first... Location... You knew she was a ghost along? I had my suspicions. You must be more in tune with all this narrative stuff than I am. Yeah, you get used to it. Okay, we have to figure out... I bet we can summon ghosts... Because he used the thing to summon ghosts, right? Flo, do you have any ideas? Trigger finger itching. Does that science rifle really work on regular people? Oh yeah, nightmarishly well. Well, he might get a chance to scratch that itch. Ring the bells. What are my options? I've got ABC, D, ABC, sharp. Yeah. Oh, wait. I was gonna say maybe boo, but probably not. What? No, I don't wanna. Wait here. Okay. How would I figure this out? Maybe just all G's because it's ghosts? Like... I don't want to spend forever on this. Let's just look. Or at least let me see if I can get myself pointed in the right direction. Okay, the belfry. Wait, it says there should be an O option. There are O's. Oh, that's... Why would they not even be in the order? Ooh. As the eerie sound of the bells fade away, ethereal outlines begin to appear around you and resolve, one at a time, into familiar spirits. Monsieur le Artiste, and then the lady who was running the Boo and Breakfast, and the librarian, you know. You really didn't get very many of their names. Maybe you should be better about introducing yourself to people. Anyway, you're soon surrounded by a small crowd of ghosts, with Mrs. Gunn being the last to arrive. This is the bell tower in my house. Hans, what's happened? Yeah, and I see you again, but what's up, counselor? I suppose you're all wondering why I've summoned you here today. I did just ask you that, yes. Well, I've come into some information that I think you all might be interested in. This won't take long, will it? I need to get back to the afterlife. What's the hurry? They've got an all-you-can-eat buffet with every kind of meat in nugget form. Oh my gosh. You unholster your pistol and slowly put it against your temple. You can't get it there that way, you dummy. Rats, you put the gun away. Anyway, let me explain. Felicity, how did you feel when you got here originally? I mean, well, I remember being very angry. I wanted revenge for my death, but the feeling went away pretty quickly. I couldn't remember why I'd felt like that. I'm not the vengeful type. It doesn't even really make sense in your case. Yes, exactly. I never bore any ill will toward the prosecutor that shot me. Was it basically the same for the rest of you? Just like that, yes. Myself as well. Me too! Thought so. Well, here's the deal. You've all summoned for the explicit purpose of taking revenge on Mrs. Gunn here. Attendis, I was not killed by the gun. I wasn't either. Yes, some of you weren't. The summoning happened based on your connection to the summoner himself, Chet Bullet, the inventor of the bullet, but he was hiding with anti-ghost technology and assumed that enough of your deaths would be gun-related that you turned attention to Mrs. Gunn instead. Well, that's just dirty pool. And I should know, considering I got shot for playing dirty pool. The thing is, he didn't know that Mrs. Gunn was already a ghost. So if nobody to take revenge on, you all just reverted to your regular state of mind. Huh. Well, I appreciate the info, but was it really necessary to call us all back just to tell us that? What I really wanted to tell you is that Chet Bullet has turned off his anti-ghost field. He's over there at the other end of the attic. Now, I'm not going to make any noise about how he's ultimately responsible for all your deaths, because that would be both crazy and also belittle the actual circumstances of your deaths, but Chet Bullet murdered Mrs. Gunn's husband, kidnapped her daughters, and attempted to use you all to kill Mrs. Gunn herself. So if you're all interested in a little frontier justice, 13 is a pretty good number for a posse. The ghosts all turn to look at each other, and their eyes begin to glow red. The hunter is the first to leave the circle, closely followed by the poacher. Soon they've all left except for Felicity, Wainwright, and Mrs. Gunn. Mrs. Gunn looks hesitant for a moment, and then seems to make up her mind. She gives you a stern nod and follows the others. You turn away and soon hear a man screaming, but the sound quickly decreases in volume, as though he were being pulled a great distance away and is gone entirely. I figured you wouldn't be into it, Felicity. Yeah, despite everything, I still believe in the rule of law. Didn't see you trying to stop them, though. Nope. No, you certainly didn't. Well, I won't keep you any longer. Happy trails, Counselor. You too, Counselor. She fades away with a wink. All's well that ends well. Well, that's that. You reckon that your careful recon of the situation has brought some true reckoning to Gun Manor. Congratulations on getting the best ending. Feel free to wander around the grounds and enjoy the scenery. Maybe wrap up some loose ends, but otherwise you're pretty much done here. Oh, there's just a weird black scorch mark on the floor where Chet was standing. That description at the end was actually quite horrifying. Wow, I've never seen ghosts do that to anyone. I ain't even real sure what they did. Maybe we should start trying this diplomacy thing, eh? Or maybe I should shoot them even faster? Jeez, Florence, come on. Nah, I'm just joking. You've done a real good job here. It's been an eye-opener. Glad to hear it. Love it when a dirty sidewinder gets what's coming to him. Yeah, the world could use a bit more of that. That description of what they, like, the ghosts turning on him? I don't think most AAA companies out there could have animated that better than that was described. Alright, let's take a look at this gun, though. Do I make it here? Do I make it here? Ah. It's a bench cover. You follow the direction of Mrs. Gunn's blueprint and construct her final gift to the world. Mrs. Gunn's opus. Is it amazing? Ooh, +9s across the board. This is the best gun Mrs. Gunn never got a chance to make. You've had to commit so much violence in her name. Nah. I like my other one for the spell damage. Oh, wait. If I'm not going to change my gun, can I put the what does the silencer even do? What? I don't know what that did to it, though. Silented. Okay. Sure, I guess. Ah, okay. Is there anything to do in the... Oh, let's talk to Florence here. No, this is all kind of generic. Okay, I guess we're done with Gun Manor. I got everything there is to get, I think. Well, there's probably some other hidden things, but I'm pretty satisfied with how that all turned out, so... I think we can leave West of Loathing here. Oh, wait, actually... I'm gonna go back to Dirtwater. And let's go to the Silver Plater's house. Maybe I'll have an encounter. I want to have a combat. Oh, no encounter. Can you... What are my options? Plate my weapon. Rescue plate. Any options? Never mind. Let's go to Fort All Dead. Oh, wait. No, never mind. Because Florence isn't here with me. Maybe she's only while you're in the mansion, but... It would be kind of cool if she stuck with me. Show me 9 Skeleboys. Oh, she's not here. I guess the only way to see her stuff would be if I fought the hedge monsters. That's a shame. I would have loved to see if she just became a permanent ally in your journeys. Oh, wait. I must have gotten a lot of experience. I actually didn't get that much experience. That's surprising. Alright, well, that's it for West of Loathing. Here's hoping to get Shadows over Loathing onto the Switch soon, because I'd much rather play it on the Switch than on a PC. Although, with the weird performance-y issues that this one has near the end, if you've done a lot of stuff and you have a lot of items, like, look how long that took to load. Maybe that's why it's taking so long. But, that's it for this. We're done. So thanks for joining me. Come back, I'll have the next series up real soon, but until then, bye.